think if my career has any impact at all, I hope that it's more just to inspire young girls that they can really follow their dreams if they want to.
Hello everybody and welcome back to Serving Up Trouble. This is the podcast about everything women's table tennis, and I'm your host, Chloe Ireland. Table tennis season is back, guys, and so am I, and I'm so ready to start off the new season with brand new interviews, new discussions, and a little bit of cheeky trouble along the way. We're kicking off the season with a bang, going across the pond to California, where I got to interview the stars of Major Leagues Table Tennis Season 3. Major Leagues Table Tennis is the USA's first pro league. It's free to watch on YouTube, so very accessible for people all over the world to access, and it's really bright, colourful, and innovative as well, I'd say. I think over the course of this episode you will learn more about the format and also some of the curveballs that have been sent the players' way with new changes to the format and to the game this season. So how does Major League Table Tennis work? Well, I don't think I'm strictly qualified to explain the format, but I'll tell you who is qualified, and that's Tianna Cohen, the official MC for Major Leagues Table Tennis Season 3. Tianna just joined the team this year, and her first match was the one that I got to go and see. She did an incredible job hyping up the crowd, so I asked her if she would introduce the format to us. So take it away, Tianna.
Hi everybody, my name is Tianna Cohen and I am the host of Major League Table Tennis. Here at Major League Table Tennis, we do things a little bit differently than what you might be expecting to see when you go to a table tennis tournament. So let me break it down for you. Here we have 10 different teams across 2 divisions, the West and the East. And on an event weekend like we are here this weekend, we have a total of 6 different matches where 4 teams go head-to-head against each other all weekend long. Within a single match, we have 6 matches where you see 4 singles, 1 doubles, and then it all comes down to a magnificent golden game where 5 players from both teams rotate in every 4 points and the first team to 21 wins. So as you can see, we have a lot of action here at Major League Table Tennis, and it's a lot of fun.
Thank you, Tianna. So how this came about was that I reached out to Nick, Major Leagues Table Tennis, initially just asking if I could get some online interviews with some of the top female players. It's a co-ed system, so all the teams have male and female players in them, and I'm really interested in that. It's a similar format to how they do things in India with the ultimate table tennis. The Major Leagues Table Tennis team were really keen to help me out, and instead of just offering me online interviews, they said, hey, we've got a media day coming up. How would you like to join us? And of course, the only answer to that is yes. Absolutely. I would like to be involved in that. So I got to go to California to interview the top female players and so many other players. I got, honestly, more than what I know how to do with. So these have been split into 2 special episodes where I will talk to the top female players as the main interviews, but also sprinkled in there are interviews with their teammates and other people behind the scenes, so you can really get a feel for what Major Leagues Table Tennis is like. This episode, our main interviews are Zhang and Kotomi Omoda. Zhang, especially, you might know as the first women's singles winner at the World Table Tennis Tournament, the first World Table Tennis Tournament that was held in the UK in Manchester. She's our first interviewee for this episode, but before we get to that, I spoke to Ved Sheth, one of her Bay Area Blasters teammates, and here's what he had to say.
Hello everyone, I'm Ved Sheth, and I'm playing as a free agent for Bay Area Blasters this weekend.
So you're joining us for the Major Leagues Table Tennis Season 3 Media Day. How have you been preparing for the new season? What's been going on in the training hall?
I'm currently in college, so I don't have time to train all the time, but I've been training hard for the last 2 weeks, so I hope I'm ready. Yeah.
How have you found balancing that? That's a really big challenge, balancing college and training and playing in a league like this.
I think it teaches me to respect my training time more, so I'd like to say, of course I was respecting it when I had more time to train, but I feel like I'm very practical about how I train. and everything I practice, it's like with full concentration, full effort, full thought given into, what I'm trying to practice.
How old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm 19.
19, and you're playing some incredible players, some of the, top in their countries. How do you take that experience? Like, how are you going to be using this experience and bringing it back to the table when you play other people?
Yeah, I think there's a lot to learn because there's so many people who are pros out here. So many people, I was like watching their YouTube highlights and just my jaw was dropping. So I'm really grateful to, learn from the pros up close. Especially, I think watching it in person is going to be a lot more exciting and a lot more entertaining.
Thank you, Ved. We're going to have a few other interviews sprinkled throughout the show, a little bit like that one, talking to the players' teammates. And now we're going to go and talk to the woman of the hour, and that is Lily Zhang.
Ready to go.
Okay, amazing. So first of all, can you introduce yourself?
Okay, I'm Lily Zhang, U.S. table tennis player. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
And you're joining us for the Major Leagues Table Tennis Season 3 Media Day. So our podcast is called Serving Up Trouble. So the first thing that I want to ask you is which one of your serves causes the most trouble for your opponents?
Okay, well, I wouldn't say my serves are amazing. I think that's a little well known. But I would say I'm most comfortable with my hook serve.
Nice.
So like either a good short to the forehand, and then you pair that up with long to the backhand. That always causes a little hesitation. Yeah.
Nice. Oh, it's good when you can get a little bit, but it's when you can catch people out.
Yeah,
every now and then, that's all you need sometimes.
Or actually, I have another one. Sometimes my serve is so bad, it's good. Where like, I'll serve it, and they'll think that it has more spin than it does. And then they'll play it, and then it'll pop up.
Accidental floater.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice. So we're here for the third season of Major Leagues Table Tennis. Can you give us a little bit of a glimpse into what's been going on in the practice hall? How have you been preparing for this season?
Yeah, I'm so excited to get started. I've been here since season 1 of MLTT, so it's been amazing to see how the league has grown. We have so many new players this season. Yeah. Lots of, well-known names. Hokiniwa joining was a crazy one. And we've got some amazing people on the board like Dima and Fanjandong. Yeah. So it's really cool to see the league grow. And mainly, I guess in the off-season of the league, still been playing WTT, still training. I personally, unfortunately, got pneumonia.
Oh my gosh, right, okay. Yeah. So you're recovering.
So I'm in recovery right now, but doing a lot better.
Good.
Getting better every day. That. So hopefully this weekend goes well, because it'll be my first one back since.
Are you somebody who's like very into the sports psychology side of the game? Like when you go through something like that, like an injury or an illness, like how do you keep yourself coming back, keep yourself like in the game, because it's so easy to fade away at those difficult moments. So how do you kind of mentally get yourself back for season 3, get yourself back for the next WTC?
Yeah, I mean it's a well-known fact for every athlete. It's really hard to go through injury or illness. And I think for me, I think I try to remind myself that because I've been going through this, that to not take the results or how I play too seriously. I think as athletes we always want to do our best to like be in the best shape possible. We have these high expectations for ourselves, but at the end of the day you're only human, and you can only do so much, and your body sometimes needs a break too and needs time to recover. So again, like obviously I'm gonna fight and do everything I can to help my team this weekend, but also to remind myself that try not to take the results too deeply, because sometimes it hurts, it can cut, but this is also part of recovery, and just to take it as more of a learning experience. So I really try and channel the growth mindset for every match.
Nice. Yeah, kind of talking about, the league as a whole, and what do you think the Major League has meant for American table tennis? Have you seen a big uptake since the league started? We've now got it on CBS Sport, but, that's a major thing.
Yeah.
So what kind of things have you seen kind of being as a result of having this amazing thing?
Yeah, it's been incredible, because this is the first professional table tennis league in the U.S., and growing up, I've never gotten to see that. If you wanted to play table tennis professionally, you have to go overseas. whether it's Europe or Asia. Like, to make a living, you have to do that. So to be able to have this league here gives a lot of young players a chance to continue, especially after they go off to college. I think
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's the main thing. I'm not sure in England as well.
It's exactly the same. It's exactly the same. We get a big drop off around that age.
Exactly. You have so much talent and so much potential in these young kids and juniors, but then as soon as they reach university, because there's no pathway, right? So it's hard to actually see that future for yourself. So to have a league like this, it gives young kids a chance to like really pursue their dreams if they want to. So I think that's what's really been wonderful to see all these college kids playing as well. I wish I had that too.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Also, all these amazing players coming here, so they get a chance to really learn and experience and grow. So yeah, I think it can only go up from here.
Yeah, I mean, kind of talking about like, your experiences with there not being that kind of visibility like when you were kind of coming through. I hope you don't mind. I watched the documentary Topspin before I came here. I'm so sorry. But I just wanted to ask you, I think it's tricky when you're a young person kind of growing up through sports.
Yeah.
And I wanted to ask, like, how has your perspective on the game changed from 2012 to now and all of the things that have kind of happened in between?
Yeah, I mean, okay. Topspin, I love the documentary. I love the filmmakers, Mina and Sarah. They were incredible. But I can't watch it. Like,
I'm sure I would be exactly the same.
Yeah. Like going back to your worst, I'm not worst, but like your teenage years, or you're going through puberty.
Of course.
You're like super angsty. I remember like one scene where I think I was getting ready for my friend's birthday party, and my mom comes in like trying to help. They're like, hey, what about the skirt, whatever. I'm like, Mom, stop. I'm like so bratty.
I know, but kind of nostalgic in a way that you get to like, those are the moments that you don't usually have preserved. And
true.
In a way, it's, it's an interaction with your family. And
no, so true.
I do apologize. I didn't want to embarrass you, but I just, I find the journey interesting, especially when you're coming from a young person to playing in something like this, and kind of the confidence that you've gained and the titles that you've won since that time.
Yeah.
You've been on a really great journey. So
yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think from that time to now, I've really grown a lot, not just on the table, but I think for me, a lot of it was growth off the table. I went through a lot of challenges in life, I'll say, and I think, being able to still have table tennis in my life has really been like a stable factor and force for me to like really hang on to something I love and enjoy. And even at the times when it was like really difficult to play, or I was going through a lot of burnout, I didn't even want to look at a table tennis table or racket,
You hear the ball in the PTSD.
Yeah, I'm like so triggered, like stop. But it helps you grow as a person, because you can try and take a step back and like remind yourself who you are as a person outside of the sport, and also try and, for me, it was like rediscovering why I started in the first place and why I fell in love with sport as a young girl. So like reminding myself of a lot of those things helps me through really difficult moments, and I think it applies to life outside of the sport too. So I've really learned a lot throughout the years.
Of course. I mean, now, Major League Table Tennis is one of the few pro leagues that has mixed games. How important do you think it is for, young girls especially, to see you guys playing in a team with the guys, kind of being so visible as part of the pro league and having the media attention as well, the same as the male players? Yeah,
it's amazing. I think that's also what Major League does a really great job of as well, is really highlighting women athletes, because I think, there's definitely been growth, but if you look at the rest of the world, if you look at Asia and Europe, traditionally men's leagues get, way more coverage and attention and funding. So it is difficult for women athletes to choose table tennis ultimately, because there's just not that pathway as well. So I think, being able to be part of this league that really tries and highlights women athletes, I hope inspires, the young generation to also feel like they have a space in the sport and they belong. And I think if my career has any impact at all, I hope that it's more just to inspire young girls that they can really follow their dreams if they want to.
Yeah, that's so lovely to hear. Thank you for that. That's really nice. I mean, I would say that you've got some really tough competition with some of the girls this year, especially the Chinese players, some really difficult matches coming up ahead. Is there anything that you've been thinking about tactically as to how you might play some of these really difficult players, like mentally as well, how you're going to try and approach some of these matches that are going to be tricky?
Yeah, every player out there is so good, especially this season. It's getting stronger and stronger.
Yeah.
I think, obviously strategy varies depending on the player, but ultimately I think a lot of Major League is mental because you only have 3 games. So it's not like traditionally international tournaments where you can kind of take a little time to start, get into rhythm. But here it's like you kind of just like gotta go, even if you don't want to. Because I'm like a slow starter.
Same here.
Yeah.
I'll do much better in the afternoon of a tournament than I will in the morning. Like
totally.
100%.
Totally.
I need my coffee. I need
ease into it. Yeah. So I usually take the first game as like a kind of a feeler and then try and navigate from there. But here it's like you have to just go from point one. So I think I've learned a lot mentally how to just like get into the game. And also for the golden game,
I was just going to ask you about that.
That one's crazy. I'm still trying to learn. Still trying to figure out the strategy there.
I mean, that's so tricky because that really is, you have to be on.
Yeah.
And you have to kind of work as a team to try and help each other build those points.
Yes, exactly.
So how important is teamwork in the Major Leagues format?
It's so important. I mean, if you think about it, it's a league unlike any other league in the world where you literally are like really together as a team.
Yeah.
You are in this game together.
Yeah.
And I think what really matters most is even if you have a bad stint out there, like you could lose 4 points in a row. It happens to everyone. It's happened to me. The most important thing is you coming off to your bench and your teammates still being like, that's okay. Like, we'll go for the next one. Like, keep going. Like, that is so important.
Yeah.
Especially to me as a player. It's not necessarily about strategy, but it's all about that support and that feeling and belief. So I think, it has that real team spirit that you don't get to see a lot in other leagues.
Yeah, I mean, it's quite unusual for table tennis, really, because table tennis is quite a solo sport, especially when you're playing internationally and, you're there with your coach and you have your team there, but when you're on the table, you're kind of on your own. So the golden point is so unusual in the fact that you're passing each other, you're, interacting with the rest of your team. So it's a really fun kind of addition to the format.
Yeah.
Another addition to the format this year, the service rule for doubles.
Yes.
How have you been practicing? Like, do you know how you're going to cope with that, like, chaos?
I mean, I will say I don't think this is letting out our strategy, but I don't think I'm going to be playing doubles.
Okay.
So I don't need to worry about that.
Okay.
But I do know that it's going to shake up a lot of things. It's definitely not going to be the traditional doubles match you see. I'm sure it's going to take getting used to for a lot of players, but that's what makes the league so interesting is that they try new things, they make it more exciting, and I'm excited to see what it's going to be like. Good luck to my teammates.
Same here. So just to finish off, we're just going to do a little bit of a game, if that's okay.
Okay,
and
sure.
these are just like some quick fire questions about some of your teammates.
Ooh, okay. Spicy.
So in the Bay Blasters, who has the best forehand?
Taehyun.
Who has the best backhand?
Me.
Nice. I like that. There's confidence. You know how many few people say themselves for things? No, you need to own it.
That's the only thing I have, so I gotta say it.
That is not true. That is not true. Who's got the best trick shots?
Oh, Lachine for sure.
Best serves?
Lachine.
Dodgiest serves?
Lachine.
He's popular.
Yes.
Best celebration?
Oh, I don't know, all of them. Maybe Taken.
Nice.
Yeah.
Best spin.
Lachine.
And who is the snappiest dresser?
Snappiest dresser,
Yeah.
like outside.
Outside, yeah.
I don't think I've seen any of them outside of table tennis
okay,
uniforms.
you see them in the blazers.
Yeah.
And everyone wears the Blade Blasters uniform very
Everyone's
well.
repping all the time. That's
I am
why.
actually a huge fan of the sleeveless tops.
Really?
I think
Yeah.
they look so cool. I can't find them anywhere in like.
No, I think
Back
it's
at home.
the only
It's
the only league that has them
I
really.
think it looks so cool. It's like it shows off your guns as well. You know, you feel like really confident.
Yeah, I get that, but then like I'm like, oh man, I gotta work out my arms now. Like, damn.
Wow, you all look fantastic in your uniform.
Thank you so much.
Good luck. In
Thank
the
you.
upcoming tournament. Thank you so much for chatting with me. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you, Lily. She was such a lovely, joyous person to interview. You could just feel her enthusiasm for the sport and the format. She's so involved in everything that she does within this sport. So it was an absolute pleasure to chat to her. We're going to pause here for our tip of the week. And our tip this week comes from Matt Hetherington, who you might know if you follow him on Instagram or on YouTube. He's a former pro New Zealand player, and he's created a bit of a name for himself as an influencer for table tennis in the US. He's currently the commentator for Major Leagues Table Tennis. And fun fact, we were born in the same hospital. I didn't know this before chatting to Matt, but he's actually originally from Blackpool. So it's a crazy small world. And up the seasiders. So here is Matt's tip of the week.
All right. My tip of the week is to focus on learning a really basic side spin serve. If you're a beginner in table tennis, you can win a lot of points just by confusing people purely off the serve. I have seen countless beginner players that have no other shots developed that learn a good side spin serve and they just win points outright. So if you want free points, learn a backhand serve.
Wise words indeed. Thank you, Matt, for that advice. We're now switching to another team, the Portland Paddlers, and my second interview with Kotomi Omoda. But before we get to her, I had a little chat with some of her teammates on the Paddlers bench, and here's what they had to say.
Hello, my name is Sid Naresh.
Hello, my name is Christian Lillieroos.
Hi, my name is Jens Lundqvist, and you're listening to Serving Up Trouble.
Thank you for joining us on the media day for Major League Table Tennis Season 3. How are you feeling about the season ahead?
I'm super excited. Yeah, I'm playing for a new team this season than what I was for last season, so it'll definitely be some changes, but I'm super excited to play alongside my new teammates and with my new coach.
What do you think the differences are going to be from moving teams?
Oh, good question. I think probably the biggest thing is just the team chemistry. Just playing alongside different teammates with a different coach will be the biggest thing. And I think in terms of, I'm changing from the East Coast to the West Coast, so I think all the teams have changed quite a bit. So it'll be hard to see, like, it's difficult to say now which division is stronger. So yeah, we'll see after the end of the season how it looks.
I am very excited. The third year that I'm coaching, and every year MLTT evolves, and I feel our team is finally maturing into the whole league is maturing also.
Can you give us a little bit of an insight into how last season went for you guys on the Paddlers team?
Yeah, at least we started good, and then we had some problems during the season with some players who were missing some weekends, so we missed the playoffs. So we hope to change that for this season.
Can you tell us a little bit about what's been going on in the training hall, what you've been working on in preparation for the new season?
Yeah, I've been training at 888 this past summer, and yeah, I want to say the biggest thing that's different for me is working on the open serve doubles, so where you can serve from anywhere to anywhere, because my team is super strong. So for singles, I don't think I'll be playing that much, maybe just some doubles matches. And yeah, the open serve doubles is definitely something that is new, and I've never played like that before, so I was definitely working on that a lot.
It's going to throw a spanner in the works for some people, I can tell. This season, we've got the introduction of the new service rule in the doubles. How have the Paddlers been preparing for this rule?
Nobody can prepare. And that's the reality of it. It's like we can go to the gym and train. You know, I mean, yeah, they're gonna do open serve training, but there's never been a competition anywhere in the world with open serve doubles. So it is a tactical nightmare, but to some extent, but it's also a lot of fun. I mean, the one thing that MLTT does better than any other table tennis structure in the world is that they're very open to total invention. Right, Golden Game is one example, Golden Point, and then there's open serve doubles. So the evolution of that was that there was a British guy, you might not know about him, but his name is something Macbeth. And he has like this monster backhand flips in serves, like in doubles. He just stands over there. There's only half the court, and he goes in and then blasts the backhand flips forever. And it started to be too boring, so we had to change the rule just for him. So we're going to blame him.
Well, how does it feel playing in the American Pro League, like especially from how it started? They've just had a deal with CBS, so how do you feel like the popularity has changed around the league?
Yeah, I think it's a really nice thing what they're doing, and really professional. This is my second year, so I was just playing the second season. Now the third season is starting, so I think it has potential to grow each season, and we have a lot of good players, so it's really, really good.
How has the major leagues been for table tennis in general in America? Have you seen any uptake? Have you seen renewed interest in the sport in the States since it's been growing?
Massive. I mean, the thing is this, that table tennis in the United States have a very big uphill battle against many major sports like baseball, football, and basketball. Those are the three big sports. And the most enjoyable thing that I think that I have realized in my day-to-day life, I live in Portland, okay, and I'm coach of Portland Paddlers. So I can say we have a professional team in Portland in table tennis.
Yeah.
They look at me, what? Really? Where do we play? We play in the convention center. Convention center? Really? And everybody first asked me, are we going to play any matches here in the club? Or are you talking about this small club? No, can't handle it. Not a chance. We have to be in a big venue. We're going to have 1,000 spectators. Okay, wow. I'm impressed. I'm going to go there.
Yeah.
No, that's one small thing that I feel, just that you can say it makes such a big difference of the respect for the sport. Because now we're getting to the level that we get similar, not the same, but we're getting in the same arena as the other big professional sports. We are a sport, and we are a professional sport. And that in itself makes a huge difference. The other thing is that I can say that in our club especially, so I'm coaching a club called the Paddle Palace. That's the name of the club in Portland. And we have a TV there, the big 100-inch TV or whatever it is, huge TV, and that plays MLTT all the time.
Yeah.
So every single member of that club, they just like watch there and they're cheering on, they're wearing our shirt, they're like true fans. And it's so awesome.
We also have Golden Game in this format.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about what it's like playing in a Golden Game and doing that relay structure and how much you rely on your teammates as well in those scenarios?
Yeah, it's really nerve-wracking playing, to be honest, just because 4 points is really hard to guarantee anything. Even the top players end up sometimes going 1-3 or 0-4 in the Golden Game. So I think for me at least, just like consistency is the biggest thing. Just try not to make any simple mistakes. And playing alongside Carolina last season, like I think Enzo and Ida played just like unbelievable in some of the Golden Games. So they really helped our team. And I'm hoping that this season I can also just kind of play my role and not go too negative in Golden Game.
The most difficult part with MLTT is the Golden Game, and it's basically the format is so that. If I make an exaggerated description of what really goes on, like we play for 2 hours as a warm-up, and here comes the Golden Game, which determines everything, right?
Yeah.
So it's very kind of nerve-wracking and a lot of pressure, and the biggest pressure is the lineup of who plays who. And I believe in the beginning I wanted to control everything in the Golden Game, and I very soon realized that it's impossible. So I have to pick and choose, okay, I can do this, and it's also very difficult to figure out who plays who. because we have 4 players who play singles, right, and 1 female, so kind of 3 male players. And many times they can be put in random order playing against anybody. So that's very difficult. They always learn pretty quickly which style works, which style doesn't work. And many times the surprise thing is that I don't know how many times have happened that one lineup of 2 players play in the singles. My guy kills the other guy. Then I go to the golden game. Of course, I set him there. And the other guys now start to play phenomenal.
Yeah.
And then, like, what happened? I don't understand. So it's like those moments we have too. So it's been a lot of fun, and it's a lot of very minor details. Many times my players went down 10-4 and still win.
Yeah.
For instance, happened twice last season.
Yeah.
So anyways, a lot of things, a lot of fun.
Right, I've got some fun questions to ask you about your teammates. So we'll see. It's gonna be quick fire. We'll see how you get on. So, in your team, who has the best forehand?
Jens Lundqvist.
Me.
You can pick yourself. That's fine.
All of this
Always gonna be you. Who has the best backhand?
Hampus.
Hampus.
Who in your team has the best trick shots?
Nikhil.
I think Nikhil.
Who has the best serves?
Nikhil.
Who has the dodgiest serves?
Kotomi.
Who has the best serves?
Kotomi.
Who has the dodgiest serves?
Also Kotomi.
And who is the snappiest dresser?
I don't know.
That's really darling. Nobody.
Snappiest. Wow, wait. Oh, maybe Rachel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very much to the Portland Paddlers team for those interviews. I think what really struck with me watching Major Leagues table tennis is how it's a league that is built around the experience of the spectator. And I know that can be controversial. You know, sometimes you think that the sport needs to be built for the athletes, and I completely understand that. But I think in order to grow the sport, in order to bring in an audience, what I really like about Major Leagues is it's all built around the viewing experience. It's so snappy. It moves so smoothly. You know, you haven't got a lot of time between, you know, you don't get these time wasting things of people walking around. Everything's to a schedule. They have golden point, which means that once you get to 10-all, it's just 1 point to win, which I think just really helps, keeps things moving. The golden game also helps keeps things moving and adds a finale to the experience. So it's really different. It's really different, but it's also very enjoyable. It's really fun to watch. And I think it's the kind of thing that table tennis has maybe been needing for a while. So it was great fun to see it working and growing a bit of an audience. It really great to feel the enthusiasm for this league, both through the people that I was talking to. I spoke to some of the fans, some of the people working behind the scenes. So it's just a really interesting different way of thinking about how we present sports and kind of coming at it from an entertainment angle, which is also, I think, really great for the athletes because it gives them a platform. And as Lily said in her interview, it also gives those American athletes, and especially the women, the option of going pro in their country. You know, it kind of elevates the sport to be on that level. And America has such a big sports culture. It was just something that was really palpable while I was there, you know, especially because the new season of the NFL was starting while I was there. So it was all big kickoff. It was sport everywhere on the TV. Everywhere you looked, it was sports people. And if table tennis can break into that space and have even a fraction of the kind of audience that some of these other big sports get, I think that'll change how table tennis is perceived all over the world, and especially in the West. So I think it's a really great thing that they're doing, and I'm really interested to see how it develops season 3 and beyond. Now we're going to finish off with our final interview with Kotomi Omoda from Japan, who plays the Portland Paddlers. She's one of the younger players there. She's only 21 years old and was just a joy to listen to. You can just kind of tell on the bench, she has the most energy. She's always cheering her teammates. She's always got a smile on her face. So for this interview, I was using an AI translation app to translate my questions into Japanese for Kotomi. And I didn't quite figure out yet that Kotomi could have spoken in Japanese to me and how I could have it translated back to English. And it's something that I figured out later. You'll see it in part 2 with some of the Chinese players that I speak to. So I do have to apologize to Kotomi because I do feel like I made this interview slightly more awkward than it needed to be, and she should have been able to answer in Japanese, which would have been more comfortable for her. Instead, she's responding to my questions in English, which took a lot of effort, a lot of processing, but I think you'll agree that she does a great job and her personality still really comes through. So next time, Kotomi, if I ever get to interview you again, I promise you'll be able to do it in Japanese, and we'll have a really good gas. But for now, here is Kotomi's interview.
Hello, my name is Kotomi Omoda from Japan.
Hi, Kotomi. Nice to meet you. And you're
Nice to
joining
meet you
us
too.
for the media day of Major League's Table Tennis Season 3. Are you looking forward to the third season of Major League's Table Tennis?
Oh yes, I'm very excited.
Nice. Have you been working on anything in the training hall that you can tell us about?
Practice?
Yeah.
I'm more practice receive, and tournament I focused mental.
Nice. Your psychology. Yeah. Our podcast is called Serving Up Trouble. Which of your serves do you think gives your opponent the most trouble?
I think my service is good. I think my service is good. I think my top spin is opponent don't know my service up spin or down spin.
It's just very well disguised. Yeah. When you're in America, what's your favorite snack that you have here?
Snack. I like Haribo.
Yes. You have a sweet tooth.
Yeah, Haribo, and I like Chinese food. In America, so many Chinese food. So I go Chinese food and shop. I buy Chinese food, and in America, yes, Haribo.
What are you most looking forward to about the new season of Major League's Table Tennis?
I think this season women's level are very high. Yes, so I'm excited to play with strong player. Yes, I excited is with strong player together match. Yes.
Do you have any advice for young girls that might be just starting the game and maybe finding it frustrating? Do you have any advice for how to keep them playing? Tricky.
I'm table tennis start is 5 years old. Now I play 16 years old. I'm now 21 years old, so I play 16 years old. Same. I one time I don't want to play table tennis, but I think table tennis is play table tennis can very many learning.
Yes.
Learning. Mentality and yes, mentality or table tennis technique.
Yeah.
I think very important is mental.
Yeah.
So if you don't want to play table tennis, but you talk to myself.
Yeah.
Play table tennis after can many learning.
Yes.
So I think playing table tennis is very good.
Yes. The mental game is good. Yeah. I wanted to ask actually, I saw online that you have 2 dogs. Which of your dogs do you think would be better at table tennis, depending on their personality?
I have a white dog, white and brown dog. Black Chihuahua.
Yeah.
Dogs. You say, with can play. I think one dog is very old. Maybe it's 12 years old, 13 years old. So I think now young dog.
Yeah, he'd do better.
His name is Shinnosuke because do you know Japanese Crayon Shinchan?
No.
Crayon Shinchan is an anime.
Oh, yeah.
Character. Yeah, like Doraemon same.
Yeah.
Shinchan.
Oh, okay.
So very cute. So my dog name is Shinchan. Shinchan is very. He like sports. Maybe I think everything every time running. So I think
Zooming
is table tennis very good.
Thank you so much. Thank you for joining me. It's really fun. I love the fact that she named her dog after an anime character, and I also wish that we could have just sat and talked about anime for hours, to be honest, but alas, she had to get to training and get herself prepared for the next season. So thank you, Kotomi. I owe you an interview in Japanese. That's my promise. If I ever see you again, you can do it in Japanese. We'll make that happen. So thank you to everybody that spoke to me at the Major League's Table Tennis Media Day. This is not the end of my interviews. We've got part 2. They'll be coming out next week, and my guests that week are Amy Wang, Pei Zhu, and Gucci, 2 of those new players in this next season. So we've got all of that and more coming up next week. So please tune in for that. If you are excited for the new season of Serving Up Trouble, please reach out. You can follow us on Instagram and TikTok and Facebook. And please look out for more episodes coming your way. So that's it for this week. We'll see you next week. And good luck to everybody for the start of this new season. Bye!